Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground here on first down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Herbert on first down now. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. The Chargers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Herbert throwing again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
They go to the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in the block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Herbert operating from the red zone. This one is Slayton over the middle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens 9-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Herbert back to the air. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. In motion goes the tight end. Henry again on 2nd down. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Ravens 14, Chargers 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time. A drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On second down now, Sheridan. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and 10.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Chargers 7.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Herbert now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
In motion right comes Allen. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 21. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. A little juke. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and trying to put it forward downfield.
It's really difficult to do to try to get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Herbert. He's got Allen. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16. Now it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Deontay Hardy back deep. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They begin with Henry.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Jackson to throw. That's caught by Ware. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards. As his guys have now moved out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, left side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points going on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again. Maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Tucker's kick is good, and with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Jackson going to hold on to it again.
Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
108 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On second down, Sheridan, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Pick up of 2.
And they'll run again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Spiller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Isaiah Spiller punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 24 all. So we're back to even after the short field goal. CD, you like the decision to kick it there?
Well, I'm glad you asked me if I like it and didn't ask me if I love it. Because I'm not even sure I like it, but I do get it. First job on this drive, tie the game. They did that. But now they've got to put a challenge to their offense and say, we can't settle for 3 anymore, guys. We've got to get the ball in the end zone from here on out.
Set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy with it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Henry's got it out on the left side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
To throw again is Jackson, and his pass incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Jackson now. Being chased out left. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Play action. Now Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
We have played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Tucker's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Charger drive about to get going.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Sheridan.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
On first down, it's Herbert finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Chargers on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Caught on a very strong gain of 24.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run on 1st down. Sheridan. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. Sheridan. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 131 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Right back to him on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
At the 7-yard line.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Second down and goal. Herbert. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. Herbert to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want with football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Now Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Here's Jackson.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Throwing. Jackson.
Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Charger drive about to get going. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. First throw in overtime for Herbert. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down. Up the middle they go. Sheridan. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 131 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of the play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, Sheridan. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. To throw on 2nd and 6, Herbert. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
They'll run on first down. Sheridan, and a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Sheridan, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Herbert going to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Jackson.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Sebastian Joseph Day
able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all total.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim on the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing